Hey guys, today I want to talk to you about Iron Nest. This is going to be a relatively quick review, and I'm going to tell you what I think about the game straight away, and then if you want to get on with your day, just go for it. I really like this game. This is basically a turret simulator game. It's like Diesel Punk, so slightly futuristic, like futuristic tech, but done through like an analog aesthetic. So you've got like plotting maps and doing bearings, and all the systems run off Steam, and it's just an amazing aesthetic, and I love this idea. So the game starts you off relatively easy. You've got a big planning map, and when you click with your left mouse button, hold, and then drag, you will draw a line. That line will show you two things. It'll show you your bearing and your range. So when you release the button, that is where your range is, and the bearing will be also on the line itself. Handily, a lot of this information will be ported over to your clipboard straight away, so that's like a really nice touch by the developers. So the first thing you want to do when you get into a mission is to run over to the information board, and it's typing away like a really satisfying old school, like, you know, it's all coming out like in the old war films, and you want to scan through that, and there's some basic information you want to grab. So for example, you'll have a position of your turret. That's important. So run over, put your turret down in its position, then come back and get the spotters. Your spotters are also out in the field, and they are in a certain position. So you just take the coordinates, you look at where they are, you place their position, and then you can use them to plot the target's location. So like I said, the game starts you off in a relatively simple mode. So you'll say get a bearing from the spotter 1. So you'll draw a line at that bearing right across the map, and then spotter 2 will have a range from that spotter. So then you'll get your protractor, you'll draw a circle at the exact distance from that spotter around that spotter, and where they intersect, that's your target location. Easy as that. Now, if you're not a maths prodigy, like I'm not, don't worry about it. This game does all the heavy lifting for you, so you can just enjoy working out the basic idea and working through the problems in your head. So for example, when you first start off, you will take your range over to like a calculator, bang that in there, and then that will give you your elevation for that shot and the number of charges you need. Then you want to load your ammunition into the gun, so you'll go up and select your round, pump that in, and then you'll do your charges. Let's say 3 charges. You drop 3 charges into the channel, press again, and that loads the charges behind the shot, and then you're off over to the console that does like the elevation and also the bearing. So once you're all set up for the shot, you go to the middle console. There is like a checklist. You don't have to do that, but it kind of helps like new players to go through the process and just like triple check in your head what you've got set up. Then you close the shutters outside. This brings the rig down into like a safety mode, ready for fire, and then you pull the big button in the middle and, well, yeah, close your ears because it fires loud. And that's you firing your shot. Then the game will track your shot in real time. You can run over to the planning board and watch it go in. And as it hits the location, you kind of get like an insight to like satellite information on that area. So it'll bring up some like almost like photographs and show you exactly what you've hit, and if you've hit any allies or if you've hit your target. And yeah, it's a really nice aesthetic, like I've said, and I just absolutely love this part of the game. It's like a reward for all that hard work you've just done, like plotting the shot and getting it all right. In terms of friendly fire, I will say that there is a bit of kit the game never fully explains, and that is like the circular looking like ashtray thing to the right of the map. If you grab that, it will give you a radius of the different shells, and so you can kind of work out, are you going to hit like an ally? So then you can fly, let's say, like a spotter plane over the area, plot where all the allies are, and then just see if all your ally positions are going to be safe, and then whether it's up to you to actually fire or not. So each time you start a mission, there will be like a mission board and a big map, and you choose your mission on there and then go forward. You can replay old missions and see if you can improve on your score or see if you can improve on how things happen. And I've done this quite a few times actually, just to kind of get used to the whole mechanism and how to like shave a bit of time from the process. And so when artillery starts firing back, that can put you under a great deal of pressure, and so getting used to doing things in the most efficient way possible is definitely part of the game. So in terms of presentation and graphics, this game is perfect. It's got everything it needs, and it's amazing to think that this is done by two developers, Nick and Dominic, who've obviously just poured their heart and soul into this game, and it shows, it pays off, and all the attention to detail, all the little things that they've considered, and you can tell they've really played their own game and gone through it with a fine-tooth comb and thought, yeah, that's not going to work, or oh, that's a good idea. And it's just such a satisfying game loop to play through, and that is why it's so addicting to carry on, and you just want to do one more mission every time. So I will say, just a bit of a warning, that this game starts off relatively easy, like I've said, but it does ramp up the pressure eventually, and when things start firing back, you've only got a certain amount of time to actually get your shit together and get firing, because eventually you'll start to receive damage, and like there'll be steam pouring out of all the consoles, and eventually the mission will fail. There's also moving pieces as well, like for example, one mission I had to hit a moving train, and so you're given the basic information about where the train will be at a certain time, and so you have to land your shot exactly when it actually passes. And you'll see yourself, like the missions do unfold in different ways depending on what you do, but that's part of the enjoyment of the game, isn't it? So I don't want to say too much else about the game, because there are things I think you should find out yourself, but I did find certain other facets quite interesting. Like on one mission I got a note from a person who'd been affected by my actions, and they tell you exactly like how you've like detrimentally affected their life, and so there is a bit of morality filtered in there. That kind of ramps up a bit towards the end as well, but yeah, this kind of stuff you should discover yourself. Just trust me, it is pretty damn good, and I'm glad they put that in there, because it kind of gives you pause to think about what you're doing before you fire that shot, or well, maybe it won't. I also wanted to quickly mention as well, I love the newspaper clippings at the end showing basically the massive result of your actions, but also you see the little side articles as well. If you read them, some of them are quite interesting and funny. And there we go, guys, that's my review for Iron Nest Heavy Turret Simulator on PC. It's an absolute steal at the moment. This game is on Steam for just shy of 14 quid, and I think it's lowered down by 25% until the 20th of August. So if you're interested in getting it, grab it now, and it's a bit cheaper. But to be honest with you, I would actually want to pay these developers more for what you get. This game at that price is an absolute steal, and they deserve, I think, a bit more. Now, it's actually sitting in an overwhelmingly positive on Steam at the moment. Very deserved, and I'm really hope they make plenty of money back and they can go off and do something else, because these developers are very talented. So yeah, well done, guys. But yeah, that's all from me, guys. Hope you enjoyed the review. If you did, please subscribe and like. I would love to hear a comment. Are you playing it at the moment? Are you enjoying it? And do you intend on picking it up? My next review will be Peak. It's an unexpected review. I was basically bullied into buying the game, and I'm so glad I was, because the game is amazing. But yeah, that's my next review, Peak. And I'll see you guys all there. Take care.